Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for coming. When I originally set out to do this video, my intention was to kind of like do it and time-lapse it and kind of record myself doing it and stop in periods and points in the middle of it and explain what was going on, but in the post-process I decided that it probably might be a little bit easier for me to do a voiceover and talk about it that way. So basically what this video is about is the breakdown of how I approach mixing a song from like the beginning stages. This session started out as just like recordings, a little bit of automation thrown in there, and some trimming of vocal segments and stuff like that, vocal clips. And other than that, I basically had to start out with putting it all onto my console and making sure that it came down right and the channels lined up the way I wanted it to, like kick in, kick out, snares, toms, overheads. What do I got here? Guitars, more guitars, vocal, bass, and background vocals, which is the way I set it up. After I got all the output down, I went into Superior Drummer and I made some snare stacks and some other effects stuff that I felt like I might want to play with later, and got that the way I wanted it, and then set up everything, bounced it all as audio files, and put it into Pro Tools. Again, had to set up all my output. That was part of the whole process here. And so you see me putting in some master tracks in there, and that's so I can add some stereo separation. Once I realized I was going to add a plugin, I added the rest of what I normally do, which is just a virtual mix rack, not a virtual mix rack, virtual tape machine, and then an NLS summer, and then I did the SSL channel strip from Waves, just literally on everything, just to add some color and some saturation and stuff. Didn't really change anything on those, and that's kind of what I go for when I'm gonna like work on some problem frequencies in the box. Like if there's something just resonating or something, I'm gonna go use that SSL strip, or I'm gonna find a way to do it there before adding another plugin. Not only to save processing power, but just to, you know, make sure I'm using the tools that I have and getting better at using those tools. And there you could, so I used Ozone 9 elements to just add some stereo separation to the master sends on some of those tracks, like the overheads and actually the snare too. I did the background vocals, that kind of thing. Started getting Melodyne set up, and I did all of the background vocals and the lead vocal all at the same time. Now that, you know, maybe, sure, whatever, I only manipulated a little bit of the background vocals, my main vocal, because, you know, I'll be honest, I'm not the best singer in the world, and especially I realized that once I started watching the time lapse of me melodyning my vocals, but I'm doing background vocals in there as well, so it wasn't horrible, you know, but it definitely helped a little bit. And that's just going to be easier when I'm doing the final mix down. It's just going to sound smoother to my ears, and just of course in general, you know, it's like no one wants to hear pitchiness, and I kind of experimented to play it around a little bit to see if I could find some harmonies that weren't too jacked by synth modulations and stuff, pitch bending notes. Anyways, after Melodyne, I went through and tweaked some of the guitar amp sims, just kind of, you know, trying to get some stereo information out of some mono stuff, and you know, moving some phase around and trying to get everything lined up the way I, you know, needed it. After that, there's not much else that I do in the box other than like delay. I've got a delay plugin that I really like, and so I started using that and threw that on like vocals, on snare, and just kind of like where I thought that it needed it, wanted to add some space to some stuff. Try to get a little bit more of a 3D image out of it as well at the same time. And, you know, after that, pretty much ready just to do the final mix down. I've got an EQ on every channel of my console, and I've got my 2-bus out of the box, and so check that video out. The link of it's going to be in the description below, and I hope to see you on the next one. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you think I earned it, shoot me a subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. I hope you have a great day.